गुजरते जा रहे पल प्रभु की यादों से सफल कर ले। गुजरते जा रहे पल प्रभु की यादों से सफल कर ले। चलो आनंद रस से मन तरल कर ले, सरल कर ले। गुजरते जा रहे पल। घड़ी भर को यहाँ की सब यहाँ पर छोड़ कर प्यारे, स्वयं को आत्मा निश्चय करो इस देह से न्यारे। उड़ो पंछी तजो तन भान पिंजरे से निकल चल दे। गुजरते जा रहे पल। ये ज्योतित देश अपना घर, पिता शिव ज्योति का सागर। परम आनंद शांति की लहर में साथ रत्नागर। ये किरणें शक्तियों की आत्माओं को सबल कर ले। गुजरते जा रहे पल। ज्ञान की रोशनी दे दी, नई एक जिंदगी दे दी। ये पावन छेड़ कर सरगम अलौकिक रागनी दे दी। बरसते प्रभु के उपकारों से नैनों को सजल कर ले। गुजरते जा रहे पल प्रभु की यादों से सफल कर ले। गुजरते जा रहे पल प्रभु की यादों से सफल कर ले। चलो आनंद रस से मन तरल।
Om Shanti. A very warm welcome everyone, and a very warm welcome Tulsibhai. And today we have a very special session. But before we start the session, I want to just convey the message that there is translation available in Tamil language, Portuguese और हिंदी भाषा में भी translation अनुवाद उपलब्ध है. तो प्लीज आप सेलेक्ट करके और अपने अपने लैंग्वेज चुन सकते हैं. So again, a very warm welcome. And as I was saying that it's today we have very special session. And for this very special session, we have very special brother with us, Tulsibhai. And why I'm saying this is special session, because it's not any other Gyan class, but it is something which we all BKs are looking for all the time, everyone, and that is for stories, experiences, lessons learned from the ancestors. And we have Tulsibhai with us. He is one of those lucky souls, those who have spent time with ancestor souls. And he is being given a very beautiful title by Bapdada, Avek Bapdada, and that is Sukhdev. You know, Sukhdev means the one who gives happiness, the one who gives comfort, because in Hindi, the word Sukh has a very beautiful meaning, happiness and comfort and combination of everything. And brother is with Baba from last 44 years. And he's, as I was saying, very lucky soul. One of, like, only one soul. First, because when Babdada used to come, he was the one who used to put mic in front of Babdada and used to take drishti first from Baba. So can you believe the fortune? And some more things about our sweet brother. He was born in Ajmer city. You know, Ajmer is very famous, where there is Brahma Baba's temple. And he studied there and he became a professional electrician there. And then at the age of 21, he became Baba's child. And after seeing his understanding, his dedication, his faith in knowledge and yagya, and interest in seva, the instrument sisters gave him many chances of seva, and he became center nivasi. And then something very, very beautiful happened. In 1981, Didi Manmohini, none other than Didi Manmohini ji, she invited him to Madhuban, and in Madhuban, he was given seva first in kitchen store, then milk kitchen, and then finally in department connected with audio visuals multimedia, since Om Shanti Bhavan was constructed. So brother is actually, handling more than 10 websites. You will be, we will show the slide at the end, which websites brother is handling. And then, that we are really looking forward to the lessons learned. And also I would like to mention here that first half of the session, brother will be sharing his experiences. Then Sister Aruna will come and she will also try to extract the remaining gyan and experiences from brother. Over to you, brother.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. Om Shanti, everyone, and greetings from Madhuban. We are looking for you to see in Madhuban. Season has started with the teacher sisters from India. Almost 800 sisters were first and second group. Now we are waiting for you to see and meet in Madhuban. Today, as the topic is given to me, the lesson learned from the ancestor. In fact, all the ancestors, they don't teach you, but they are embodiment of teachings. When you come in behavior with them, you learn automatically. So I will start first with the sister who gave me course. And unfortunately, she left day before yesterday. And so I paid tribute to her. She was too sweet, even in behavior, till now. And she gave me course when she was talking to me about the soul and supreme soul. I could see the aura behind her, and that was this attracted me towards Baba's knowledge, because that I felt this is the proper spiritual knowledge, and the dharma she had in her life, and it was visible through aura. So it was fortune to have the sister for only 2 months in Ajmer, and everyone said that she has come only for you maybe. So she came from Madhuban, for 2 months, and then that was the period I came in Gyan. So when she was giving course on third day about Tirumurti, she was talking about Brahma Baba, and she narrated the story of how he became Brahma Baba. So when she was narrating the story, I felt as if I was there. So I was grasping everything like I'm a part of this family. And she never gave me teachings how about Maryadas or the principles, but when she read Murli in morning, Sakar Murli, in the evening, she select special Avyak Murli for me. In 2 months, everyone felt that I am more than 15 years old Brahmin in dharna and following principles of Baba. So everyone had respect, had love for me, and I moved forward. And at that time, another sister and another sister, I will say there was Palu Dadi. She was center in charge, and her name was also Dehriyamani, the jewel of patience, and that was visible from her life. The Palu Dadi was so innocent, yet following principle. I say all the Dadis, they have one common thing, which is whatever they listen from Baba, whatever they get from Madhuban, they will just follow. They will not uh, argue or whatever. What is not easy to adopt, easy to accept. That was the specialty of all Dadis. And I remember once when she came in Madhuban and she returned with the message that we had to follow traffic control. And she mentioned in a way, see, brothers and sisters in Madhuban, now when I was in Roti Kitchen, and then a song was played, and all the everyone stopped, and there was very much silence. So we had to follow traffic control here too. And that day we followed traffic control. And after a few months, there was message about the third Sunday meditation. That too we followed, and we moved forward. So that was Palu Dadi. She was around 8 or 10 years when she came to Baba, and along with Ishudadi, Lachudadi, she was also children. She was staying in a hostel of children. And then because Ajmer was the city where all the trains, so whoever go to Delhi, they will go via Ajmer, and there was a stoppage of the train about 30-35 minutes. So we used to bring lunch or dinner or some milk, good excuse to see dadis at the railway station. And first, I met Dadi Gulzar. This sister Shada, she took us to railway station. She said Dadi Gulzar doesn't like crowd, so we two only go. Two of us brothers, and she went to railway station with some snacks, and I met Dadi Gulzar. Dadi Gulzar introduced, uh, I was introduced to her as an electrician, and she said, see how whenever you join the wires, you take off the rubber from the wire. Similarly, you have to forget body conscious and become soul conscious. So she was talking, giving knowledge, but that time she was just alone. Dadi, a senior Dadi, just touring alone. And I could see, as you know, the way I hear about the mama, when she was called mama, her body structure was changed. So I could see year by year to Dadi Gulzar, and I could see the difference. And slowly, when first we met Dadi, there was a lot difference in Dadi's face, and when Avik Baba used to come, but slowly the different became less and less. And the last few years, we could feel that Baba is already, Baba is Dadi and Dadi is Baba. Like they are merged in each other. So that was my feeling with Dadi Gulzar. From beginning, I came close. We were not too close to uh, talk many things, but yet I could feel her good wishes, her support in every situation whenever it came to me. So her moral support was always with me. I could feel till the end. So this was Dadi Gulzar, and many of you know Dadi Gulzar, and you can understand how much change Dadi Gulzar has brought. And she was good friend of Dadi Janki since Dadi Prakashmani left. So they were together together uh, in Shakti Bhavan, and they were narrating each story, everything with each other, and then getting support of each other. Whenever whatever Dadi Janki decide, she will first ask Dadi Gulzar, and then only she will decide. And then we met Didi Manmohini at the railway station again. It happened that she was to come in morning train, and then center sisters and brothers, they rang to inquiry office railway station. Then they come to know that the train is 1 hour late. But we two brothers, we came railway station from our job, so train was right time. So somehow we got half an hour to chit chat with Didi, and Didi came to know about us, and she was very jolly. She was talking about knowledge and many things about Brahma Baba also. And being when she was introduced, like these two brothers are Sindhi, she was feeling different, and it was good for her to know that the Najmir Sindhis are taking knowledge, and she was happy with us. And after 2.5 years, I would say, I got a phone call from Jaipur's sisters. There was a spiritual fair, and I was called there for a seva for a few days, in fact, but they became too busy and so didn't go back to home, to Logic home. I was getting seva there. There I met Dadi and Boli Dadi because they came there to look after kitchen and dining. So I met Boli Dadi, and Boli Dadi asked me to come Madhuban. But it was system that only when sister in charges want to send me Madhuban, then only I can come. So once it happened that the Manmohini called me, and she said, this evening 5:30 you have train from Jaipur to Abu Road, and Puri Dadi will receive you at 4 o'clock a.m. at railway station. This is not advice, this is order. So no one could stop me, and I had come to Madhuban in 1981. In 1981, in between I came for seva, and then I was a storekeeper. Those days the kitchen was very small, where these days the bedding department for near the tower office, and then Toli kitchen where Pandavan where the Toli is being distributed. That was small store I had to look after. Boli Dadi was again, it is there is a story in a scripture, Draupadi ka dekh raha hai, Akshay Patra. Means whoever come, whenever come, will not go hungry if Boli Dadi is there, So though she did not waste anything, yet the food was always available somewhere, maybe if not in a full the big pot, but in small tiffin, also tiffin box also. There was something for the person to get and not go hungry. So this was Boli Dadi. She always eat last in the last when everyone is gone, everyone has eaten, then only she will eat. So and whoever she knew that what is the choice of Brahma, Birchman Bhai, what is choice of Asha Ben or what. Whenever they come and they will say, today I'm leaving for Delhi, and she will prepare everything according their need, and she will keep everything in stock. Suppose the South Indian people that are to come, she will prepare in dosas or whatever they like in South Indian items, and she will arrange before they reach Madhuban. She will keep everything accordingly in the store so they can get it. So that's what Boli Dadi, and she always gave me love and never shouted to anyone, I will say. And I remember once I was preparing jam, carrot jam, and she could smell that the bottom of pot is burning with jam, and she just came and she didn't say anything. She just asked me to change the pot and shift the carrot in another pot and start doing continue to prepare it. She didn't say why it has happened or what had happened. Very softly she just asked me to change the pot, and they asked someone to clean that another pot so no one can feel it and no one can know it that this has happened. So that was Boli Dadi, and many of Madhuban Nivasi are in different department, but they started with Boli Dadi's kitchen. So Boli Dadi's instrument to call or to um, became instrument for many Madhuban Nivasis to stay in Madhuban. In the starting, they serve in kitchen, but later on, according their hobbies or according their profession or according their abilities, they are being shifted to another department. Similarly, I was Dadi Prakash Mani came to know that I am an electrician, and those days the construction started for Om Shanti Bhavan, and it was about to finish. And the brother who looked after sound system that time was looking for someone to help him. And as he came to know that I'm an electrician, so he approached me through Dadi ji, and Dadi ji asked me, "Are you electrician?" He said, "Yes, but I don't want to serve in the electric department because of some reason." So she said, no, it's okay. So she asked that brother to talk to me and convince me for that department. And so I shifted from milk kitchen to audiovisual department. And then since 82 October, I am connected with audiovisual department with Philips um, company company's advice. We fixed speaker systems, CCTV systems, and, and the telephone systems, intercom systems, and then looked after that system. And slowly we were improving. And the main thing here was that is trust in us. That the Prakash Mani, this is how our institution is grown. That the Prakash Mani had trust to everyone, whoever surrendered to Baba. They were given responsibility and Dadi will support them. Once I said, Dadi, uh, I'm doing this. And she said, until you are happy doing this, you are not confused, don't tell me. You should just give me news that you are doing this, but don't ask me because I don't know about these technical things. If you are confused, then can ask me or I will call someone to help you, but you have to look after and then Baba will help you. This happened all of my remaining period, and then I was taking care, and Baba was helping me. Everyone used to say that, have you got a professional touch of the sound system because you look after very well. So, but it was Baba's magic that whatever we do or whatever Baba get done through us, people will like it. So this was the specialty of Baba's Yakir, that the Baba, get us done many things, which is otherwise is difficult for worldly people. So, like I remember once that the Janki mentioned that yesterday in a conference, I thought one song to play and then you played. But today you did not play the song I thought. So I said that today I have got a list that this in this session I had to play this song. So I did not turn my antenna to receive your message. But this was a magic that whatever Dadis thought or Baba's children thought, and those songs or and musics were played in that time. So everyone felt that they are uh, as if they are doing getting things which they liked. So I remember when this Shantivan was built. Before that Shantivan built, we had a fair intent, and Dadi Ji asked me to look after the system, and she said, to see if Baba's voice is clear for 12,000 people in this tent, then we will always have more than 12,000 people here in Shantivan. But the main thing is to listen Baba's only clearly. And it happened that though, Baba Karan Karavan Har, when his first paragraph was finished of Avyakt Moli, I came down to check in audience. And first I said, so Dadi was very happy. And she said, Tulsi, it is even better than Om Shanti Bhavan. So I was happy to listen that. And since that time, Baba has come more than 12,000 or more than 12,000 Brahmins, and this Shantivan was fully constructed from that fair onwards. So this was Baba's magic, and we most of the Madhuban Nivasi, we believed the corporeal form is of Baba is Dadi Ji, because whatever she asks us and we do, and we feel Baba's help. I remember once I fell down from ceiling of Om Shanti Bhavan, and Baba, as if as soon as I felt that I'm going to go down, I saw Baba holding hand like that. I did come out down and I had fracture, yet I was not feeling pain. And that time Dadi was in Ahmedabad, she was to catch flight for Bhopal, and but somehow the flight was cancelled, and she came back Madhuban. On the way, we met in Mehsana, and she gave Drishti, and she appreciated me of having good stage. And later I had big operation, of course, and the doctors and many those who were helping me, they also had good experience. The doctor first he told me that Tulsibhai, you are brave enough, so I'm telling you that you will not be able to walk normally. You may have to use crutches or the wheelchair. But when I went walking to him, and he narrated the whole story that how he had a good experience, and how he got the touching to operate the way he had operated, but that was against orthopedic systems. But yet, because the inspiration was too high from somewhere, some energy, so he did it. But now he can see that I'm the operation was succeed in this way. So he took all the photograph of my different postures, and he made a slideshow of from those photographs, and the X-rays he had taken every month or every 15th day. So and he put those slides in that orthopodic being that he has operated this in this way, and why succeed. So after 2.5 years, he said he will take off the nails and the scales, steels, what he had put in that to cover the fracture. And I remember after 2.5 years, Dadi reminds me, and she said, see, today, this is October, and we have conference, and in February we have another conference. So to see, you better finish this conference and then go back to take off these nails. You have to, and before February conference starts, you have to be ready for everything. And I didn't even remember that this time is over and I had to go. But Dadi remembered it. And when we went to doctor, he said, see, when Tulsibhai, when you came here first, you were fell down and then you were disabled. But now you are walking properly. When we take off these nails, it may be dangerous. So he was not having courage to, but we said, see, Dadi, without asking for permission, Dadi herself has sent us. So that is not only Dadi, but that is God's direction. So we have come to you, it's our responsibility. And if you operate in better from your side, and Baba, the God will help you and will get cured normally. So it happened, and then doctor had more faith in Yakia, or he did help when this hospital, global hospital, was created, and he did some service there also. This was the faith. The Dadi Prakash Mani was too humble. We say, I remember once when Avik Babdada used to come, and she will be there for Moli and go back to do other things, and we will come back when Baba is about to leave. Once she was sitting in Om Shanti Bhavan sound cabin with me, and because to operate the system, my chair was a little high, and the chairs Dadi was sitting was a bit low. So I thought to ask Dadi to sit on this chair. And she said, no, 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 this is for you to operate, no problem. Dadi doesn't feel bad to be in this situation. And I said, see, Dadi, you are too high for us. So I can't stay. I can't sit higher than you. She said, no, no, we all are Baba's instrument. Baba has chosen me to manage this, and Baba has chosen you to manage sound system, audio, video system. So we all are Baba's children, Baba's hand. So I could see how humble Dadi is. And I remember when Dadi used to come for Murli, and I will take one day before I will leave the Murli papers in her room, because I used to get 1 month Murli in advance from Dada Chandras to give to Dadi every day. And in the evening, I will leave in Murli in Dadi's room for next day's morning. And when Dadi come out from room, I will take Murli and glasses of Dadiji. I will give her with microphone in Om Shanti Bhavan. And on the way, I will walk with Dadiji, and I could see, when she come out, the time around 7 o'clock or 6:45, mostly these clean sweepers or the sisters will clean the road that time because everyone is gone in class. But Dadi will wave to them also, and they will stop sweeping, and they bow down to Dadi, or wish to Dadi also. So I could see sometime then Dadi on the way she get news of many things, and people will wait for her to come out from room and give some news if they have got any message, because those days there was not STD system, no mobile system, but there was teleprinter system. So Sister Pankaja used to look after teleprinter system, and they will share the news to Dadi. And on the way, sometimes she get different news. And I once asked Dadi, you get many news on the way, but it doesn't affect your reading morely. No one can feel that Dadi has got for before 5 minutes that he has got this news. And she said, Tulsi, when you play song for meditation, and I'm completely changed. I become the embodiment of Murli instead of management. And everyone felt when Dadi reads Murli as if Baba is reading. Baba is giving Murli. Dadi didn't never read Murli as if she is giving Murli instead of reading Murli. That was different in all Dadis or other sisters to read Murli, and Murli read by Dadiji. You know, for us it was first chance to listen Murli from Dadiji only. But those who have heard Murli from Sakar Baba, other Dadi, they also never complain that there is different in Dadi's Murli or Baba Murli heard from Baba, as if they felt that it is same when Sakar Baba used to give Murli, and Dadi gives Murli. It's almost same. There's no difference. So everyone was satisfied, even Dadis or old Brahmins, those who got sustenance from Brahma Baba. Everyone was happy with Dadiji in all way. I mean, not only listening only for the behavior, the management of Tatiji, everyone was feeling that Tati is on the seat of Brahma Baba. So this was Tati's specialty when she looked after not only Madhuban Nivasi, but she looked after all the servant. We used to, in mango season, when we used to get the mangoes, the Madhuban Nivasis used to get mangoes, that will think of the workers, and they also get some amount of mangoes, and Daji will also think of the officers of a Sirohi district, those who were helping us in Baba's task, and also some doctors maybe from Palanpur, from Ahmedabad, those who were helping Baba's children, Madhuban Nivasi. We get respect from doctors whenever something happened with first doctor from Mount Abu, Dr. Thadani, Dr. Chauhan. They used to come, but then sometimes we used to go to Palanpur or to go to Ahmedabad. Those doctors, they will look after us, they will treat us without any fees, without any money, and they will help us as if they are senior brothers of us, and they look after us, they treat us, they even help us. Uh, sorry. So this was Siddharthi's management, that she sustained not only we Madhuban Nivasi for us, but for servers, helpers, and doctors, staff, and also whoever comes, that surrender sisters. Many of our sisters, they surrender themselves, saying Dadiji. Dadiji's sustenance. Dadi not only gives sustenance, but she honored everyone. Suppose a conference is happening, and after conference, succeed of conference, she will call meeting or arrange some picnic, and she mentioned the name whoever has help in from Madhuban side, or the Sevadharis had come to support, to help in conference. We will honor them with the gift. And I mean, even Dadiji used to arrange some special programs like she will honor those who are following principles. I remember once when I came first time in Madhuban, some of the Kumars, I remember 3 Kumars, were um, honored for their level of purity, and they were honored by Avik Bapdada. So she will manage in so that the way that people also take the interest in dharna, also in service and all 4 subjects. So I remember once when Om Shanti Bhavan was fully constructed and it was inaugurated uh, with effect by Avik Bapdada. Bapdada came especially on 17th January evening for those who had to construct Om Shanti Bhavan. That was good taste for us, system and everything. And many remember that the 17th January, some of the area was still remaining, and after 17th January to 8th February, in between these 15 or 20 days, most of the work finished. And Bapdada, because Bapdada encouraged everyone, I remember Bapdada, those who were instrument to look after construction and other help, Baba waved everyone's, took everyone's finger, and then as if Baba made us dance, and they honored with this sweater as a gift. So this was Dati's sustenance. She always kept us in front of everyone, and she will introduce us in the way that people give respect to Madhuban Nivasis also. And she arranged some time for buses to tour India, but and she will send to people those who are not in connection, like some are working in carpentry, or some are working as masons, some work in kitchen. Those who are not coming in contact of other Brahmins, she will first send to them so that they can be known by the Brahmin family. So this was that is sustenance or the way of management. This is how we still have family organization, because as I said that there are songs तुम्हें पाकि हमें जहाँ पा लिया है. By meeting you, we have attained whole world. This is our experience that not only we became Babas, but we are the part of whole world family. And I will say I'm one who got loved or became loved by whole family of whole world, I can say. And so this was Dadi Ji, and not only Dadi Ji, but others Dadis you might be knowing, Dadi Chandramani. Dadi Chandramani, though I did not come much in contact to her, but when I interviewed her, and when I heard the classes she gave, because to attend sound system, I used to listen to all the classes, and so this was good nourishment for me also. And Dadi Chandramani, her sound was very like she was called Shere Punjab, the lioness of Punjab. So though she will use simple words, yet the words were very effective. As she will say, "See, don't you realize since many births we have lost a lot by becoming body conscious? Do you still think? Do you still like to see their flesh and bone? You had to overcome this bad habit and become soul conscious. Everyone becomes soul conscious in their way." She mentioned she was a less teacher than more than, but more instructor. I remember one of my sister, central sister, she was sharing her experience being with Dadi Chandramani, and she said they were coming from Delhi to Madhuban for teachers training, and they came to know that the Dadi Chandramani is in same train. So they met Dadi Chandramani. They went to meet Dadi Chandramani in her compartment, and she said that seeing me, and after introduction, Dadi Chandramani took out a comb from her bag, and she gave me a comb that you had to change your hairstyle and make a single partition in middle and then make one choti. So this is how your training start from here. So she said we followed as if puppet. We did not even think we can do it later on after we go to our compartment, or we can use our own comb. Why to do it so quickly? But they followed immediately as Dadi gave them comb, and they changed their hairstyle. So this was Dadi's authority sustenance, or you can say authority teaching. So she was more instructor than teacher, because sometimes the teachers just give you knowledge, but they're in Gurukul, they used to be, they start in knowledge as a practice. So Dadi gave them practice from that very moment they met. So this was Dadi Chandramani, and her words, though she will, when she start class and we play the song, suppose the song is the Mera Baba, and she will just dance with them, but when when she sit on Gadi and give class, and she will be like a Shakti. So her words were followed by the sisters, teachers immediately. And this is how you can see the sisters from Punjab are spread in many parts of India, and they are still doing service with strong dharna, I will say. And so this was Dadi Chandramani. But I remember when she left in 97, I think. So before leaving, she was to leave Madhuban for Bangalore, and she gave class to foreigners, and the topic was 14 years of tapasya. In her class, after 2.5, I will say, and then before the end of class, she mentioned you had to become Farishta, you have to become angel before you become deity. How can you become deity without becoming angel? Even to me, Baba is asking, Baba is giving inspirations to become, to come in soul conscious, come in subtle world. And Baba is waiting for me. And Baba said, now there are many speakers who can give a speech, who can give classes. Now you have to come up with me in subtle region and do subtle seva. And no one thought that that is going to leave body. And after a few days, she left body in Bangalore. Then body was brought in Madhuban. So this was Dadi Chandramani. Her way of teaching was different than other Dadis. I came in contact with Dadi Nirmal Chanta also. We interviewed her. She was very royal in everything. Once I asked her, Dadi, what you are expecting from us, Madhuban Nivasis or from Brahmins? And she said, I want to see royalty in all Brahmins. And she mentioned that, see, when Brahmins come to get tholi from Dadi, they will try to rush. But this is not royalty. We are going to become prince, princess, and that should be visible now in us. So when you come to get tholi, you better, it's okay if you even get 10 minutes late, but you had to come with the royalty. So even someone sees you, they can get inspiration. So the royalty was visible in her behavior in her life, and she will say, if suppose a sister is boiling milk and the milk has come out from bowl, but she will not shout on the sister, why you have wasted milk. She will say, I will say, tell, oh, see, the golden age has started. Even the milk rivers has started now itself. So she will not shout because the sister who has lost milk not only lost the milk, but she has already felt the guilt of that. So Dadi will not, shout on her. So she will teach in the way that even in behavior, if something you did not like, but the way to mention person has to be royal way. So this was Dadi Nirmal Shanta, and of course Dadi Janki. You know all. Most of you have met Dadi Ji and Dadi Janki, and I will share a little about Dadi Didi Manmohini. And as I mentioned that we met her on railway station and in Jaipur fair also, and she called me in Madhuban, but she was very punctual in timing, and she will write the Muli points, and she will ask us to write Muli points also. So, and I mentioned that Didi that sometimes I am not able to write the point because I had to operate the system. I had to pay attention to the system, and she will say, "Okay, you can write the Sindhi." And so, what you had to do, get the inland card from Rajubai, because Rajubai used to write notes, used to type some, the inland card was the letter, and 2.5 or 2/3 of the letter Rajubai used to type, and one third Didi used to write the letter, the whatever she want to write to the people to whom she is sending letter. And she will say, see, some of the dadis don't read Hindi, so if you give me points written in Sindhi before 9:45, I will put in envelope. So I used to get some Indian card from Rajubai of Moli points, and then I'll keep 5 thin papers with carbon copy and write in Sindhi. So Didi can send those points to sisters or dadis. She want to write the letters. This is how she mentioned, or she made us to put interest in writing Muli points. This was the Didi Manmohini. And I share, and you might have heard from Rajubai about the many things of Didi specialty. And last month we have, read every day Didi's points, so you might be knowing more than this.
Thank you. Thank you, Tulsibhai. Actually, it's like, we're all traveling with you, like from 44 years until now. You have really shared, it's like a journey through the memory lane. And many of us have not met these ancestors, and it was really, really so beautiful. It's so much patience you are sharing with us, and as if it's written here in your heart. Actually, it was flowing like Ganges. And now I will invite Aruna Didi. Didi, you also please come, and we have some questions for you. Actually, questions means we want to extract more and more from you while you are with us. Didi, over to you.
Yes, welcome.
Auntie Tulsibhai, a big welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we already feel like we are transported not just to Madhuban, but to the history of the Yagya. And I'm really enjoying And actually, as you're speaking, it's waking up my memory of what used to happen in the early days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
for everybody,
you had good opportunity to stay in Madhuban for long, many times, and you must have got many experiences with Dadis, and because being a sisters, you used to be in Dadi's room many times, Dadi Guljar's room many times I see. So this was our fortune to have, and now sustenance or the company of the ancestors.
yes, we were very lucky. So just for everybody's information, we will keep it going for another 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
So Tulsibhai, you know, as we saw your list of classes or the websites that you manage, and so your head is totally immersed in these classes. And so do you think there's any common lessons that you have picked up from the effort that these seniors were making? Did you find that there was a common denominator in terms of the effort that, or whatever they were paying attention to?
Yeah, you know, as I mentioned, you know, accepting and adopting Baba's knowledge, whatever Baba said, you know, when, as I mentioned, Dadi Palu Dadi, you know, I read a notebook of Palu Dadi, of Mama's Molis. In those days, you know, there used to be knowledge that Baba, the Shiva is like a thumb, and they used to be, the institution used to be called Prajapati Brahmkumari. Even I have heard some gramophone record of in Mama's voice, which said Prajapati Brahmkumaris, you know. But he, you know, once Baba mentioned that God is point of light, and so then after that, no one had repeated the, you know, thumb. So I could feel that immediately as soon Baba mentioned the day, the Moli, something new, and that they adopted, all Dadis, they adopted quickly. I remember once, you know, on the way of Ahmedabad, because I had journey with Dadiji Ahmedabad a few times up to because when she had to fly from Ahmedabad to another place, and we'll go in a car up to Ahmedabad. And many a time, Munni Ben will ask me to come. And once we ask many questions to Dadi Ji, of course, so I don't know whether we have enough time to narrate those things. But once I asked Dadi Ji that, you know, in beginning, the knowledge was that we are children of God. So as the, you know, dog's child is dog, and so the God's child is God. So we are also God. So how come afterwards that knowledge was changed, and no one, Baba said those who call themselves God is Hiranyakashipu. In they were asurs. They're not the deities even. So, but then in the beginning there was a knowledge that God, the child of God is God. And she said, see, this was the way, to see, this was the way Baba had to make us detached from the Lokik. And she said, it was not only that Baba mentioned the knowledge that you are God, a child of God as a God, but we could see that Lokik people, those who are not Baba's children, they are like Asura. We could see the, you know, the thorns of their on their head. So that was a vision we had, and that is how we became detached from our Lokiks. So we could feel a lot of difference in the Lokiks and Baba's children, and that is different. The difference was visible in physical way even. So this is how you know, Baba changed us. So whenever Baba gave a direction, every Dadi, each Dadi, they adopted quickly without thinking anything. So this was the specialty of all Dadis, would say. And then, you know, as in family, and the new child is loved by all, not only by parents, but the brothers and sisters. Similarly, as a new arrival in Madhuban or in Baba's family, I was loved by all dadis. And they did not even know me, but they loved me the way that I'm as if the new arrival in family. This was the specialty of dadis, that they welcomed every new arrival, and whether they were from different community or Punjabi or Sindhis or Gujaratis or foreign land or black or white or whoever, but they love everyone, and they make them feel that you are most the fortunate one in our family. This was the, and they will try to satisfy the person accordingly. So this was a specialty in, common in that is.
And Tulsibhai, you have been in Madhuban for all this time.
Yeah.
So you have seen the progression, right?
Yeah.
Of the Madhuban, the timing, and the dadis changing. And so what has changed? What has actually stayed and what has changed?
See, the principle are still same. Baba's knowledge is still same. Of course, the broadness has come in thoughts or acceptance in family. And of course, those who are coming, new people, they are coming. Some of them, they follow quickly and they follow strongly, but some they don't, but still they are needed in family. So, since Dadi Prakash Mani, especially after 1990, you can say, she adopted Brahmins as they are, So not that the possessive thing that, this I mean, more strictly as Didi used to see, or Dadi used to be before 90. So little change in adoption of the surrender system, or sisters who are surrendered, and the technology, of course, this has come. So this was Dadi's broadness to accept everyone, and I can see the basic principles are still same, but to follow those, some are following strongly, some not, but still they are accepted. So this is how the the growth of the family has become. So we miss sometime those days where like if you have come for yoga party, you will be fully concentrate on that. But sometime nowadays, when even the sisters come, they have many things to do. Not only they have come for bhatti, but for center certificate, for accounts. So they are, their attention is diverted in many things. So because they have become manager more than student life, or a manager more than to attend bhatti. So they had to pay attention. Some of them, they want to learn more, and so they come to the old Brahmins or old Madhuban Nivasi, or to senior sisters or to dadis, to know about dadis and to follow dadis. But some of them, they don't miss. Like some of Shantivan Nivasi, when they go to Pandapon, because Pandapon is too small, so in half an hour they do better, just Chardam, Baba's room, they get bored. But people like you or me in Pandapon for many days, even if you stay without any task, we will still enjoy the atmosphere of that. So this is little difference, and this is accepted in the Brahmin family or by the seniors or Bapdada.
But you said that it's still the same, but there is a change. Now there is no Dadi to look over you. There is no Dadi in any sense. So do you feel that Baba is playing that role? or do you feel that it's an empty hole?
To me, in fact, when we say affective sustenance, it has started now. Because even dadis were there, you could go to dadis and get sustenance, or you can verify from dadis. Or when you come here in Madhuban, you meet with Dada, and you get updates of the knowledge, update of the management, update through the drishti, update. You get update, you get Shakti from Big Dada's incarnation and Dadi Gujar. But real objective sustenance, or you can say independence, has come now. So, even in family, you never, you can't stay on the, you can't sit in lap of parents whole life. You had to come on your feet, or you had to sustain the others, those who have come, as I said, new arrival. So for us, we old Brahmins, we had to take responsibility to sustain others, the newcomers, and what we have got from the Adis to share with them, and then help them to follow those principles or the teachings of the Adis. So it's our responsibility now to look after Yakya, in fact. So, and I can see like you sister or many sisters in India also taking responsibility, not like a child like used to come to Dadi, but now taking responsibility to look after. And Baba, as still Baba's Yakya is going on, Baba's presence is still feel. So Baba is getting done through those. And in fact, the real God's work, real effective sustenance has started since Dadi Gujar left. In fact, I would say. This is my feeling. And I could feel like, someone come for any help or to get advice from us. And somehow, even we don't think too much, but some words come through our mouth, which is suitable to the soul, and they feel like they have got sustenance from Baba. This is my feelings these days.
True. Okay, just two questions more. So one, I think we didn't mention, Tulsibhai, that you are also responsible for Madhuban Radio and looking after that. I mean, I'm sure there's many things we haven't mentioned that you are looking after. So maybe you can just explain how that started. Then I'll ask you one more spiritual question, and then we will finish.
Yeah, see, since I think in 91, we got the opportunity to come on television, and that was the Jagaran, where Shilu Ben's lecture started in 91, 92. So we recorded the lectures and sent to those televisions, and then ETV, then Sony televisions, then many other televisions started to give lectures from Baba and Baba's instruments. So I remember some lectures by Jayanti Ben, by Sister Shilu, and then later Sister Usha and SML, and many things had come on television. And we used to give programs to radio stations, All India Radio and other radio stations. But we were looking after whole place, radio station, and somehow the community radio station started in India, and we got the opportunity to get one radio station to give educational value education on that radio. Though this was not a fully Brahma Kumaris, it is still, government's radio, maintained or operated by community. This is for the benefit of community, by the community. So we took the responsibility, and I was experienced. So till these newcomers, sisters and brothers who are still helping in radio, they get trained And so seniors did not want to take the risk. They asked me to look after radio and become, I was as a program head for a few years, but now these staff, they are good enough. They are more professional than me and looking after, so I'm a little detached from that. They often call me for a help or any suggestions, and I do go in between, but they are taking responsibility and they are doing best.
Lovely. And just last question, Tulsibhai, what is your effort? And especially what is your effort whilst looking after so much service, so much responsibility, being so active? I think this is always the question of the double foreigners, how to keep that balance. So what effort do you make?
See, I see many dadis are example for me. So it is not, as I mentioned one day with you, that Dadi Janki, she had been with Bab Dada, she had Sakar Baba, then with dadis and with sister like Jayanti Ben, brothers like Nirabai, and then people like you and me, and then afterwards sister Hansa, and now even more, and more younger sisters, but she was able to manage to be with them, and she must have changed herself. She must have molded herself to be with them and give sustenance and to get sustenance or to be looked after by them. So, these dadis are example for me. For my own effort, I will just keep 3 sentences of 3 songs, I will say. And there is this song in Hindi, Baba song, we often play, especially we used to play on Satguru. That song says, हमने देखा हमने पाया शिव भोला भगवान. We have seen, we have achieved, or we have got sustenance from the Shiv Bhola Bhagwan. So this songs, often I remind myself, is it song from my heart or is just song? So, it gives you feeling that if you have made God, if you have achieved this, then what should be your quality? And if something has happened or any situation has come in front of you, all these situations or all these things are too small, in comparison when you have met God or you have made God as your companion. So, and then as I mentioned, by attending we have attended whole world, तुम्हें पाके हमने जहां पा लिया है. So it's not only Baba we have met, but meeting Baba we have got this family and so much of sustenance, which people are still hungry. People are hungry, thirsty to have vision of God, and we have become companion of God, and we are helping Baba, and we are creating our fortune. Baba making us an instrument to create our own fortune. So this is not a big thing. Nothing is bigger than this, So I just remind these songs to me, and another song is नई उम्र की कलियां तुमको देख रही दुनिया सारी तुम पर बड़ी जिम्मेदारी. It comes also in only that you, the birds, you, the blossoming flowers, you have responsibility to change the world as a heaven and make the world like a garden of flowers. So we have taken responsibility in this. And when you look after the garden, you have to put your foot in mud, you have to manage with the thorns or many things. So you had to go through this, and this is really gives you shape to become angel in fact.
Thank you so much.
Simple effort I do, just check and change.
Thank you so much, Tulsibhai. Very lovely, and I like this idea that you make the songs or the lyrics of the songs, your slogans. I think that's very beautiful. Thank you for joining us. And now this is imprinted forever. And we will listen again and again. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Baba,
brother.
and
Also,
thank you giving opportunity to meet my family.
It's our fortune, and also it was like, mini visit to Madhuban for us. Actually, I'm feeling that rejuvenation and refreshed inside after your beautiful experience. Thank you, brother, and thank you everyone for joining. Om Shanti.
Meditation now.
We will have meditation now.
Tulsibhai, आप दृष्टि देना.
जी जी.
मधुबन के प्यारे बाबा फरिश्ते हो वतन के, मधुबन के प्यारे बाबा फरिश्ते हो वतन के, ये अंजुमन पुकारे मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा फरिश्ते हो वतन के, मधुबन के प्यारे बाबा, मधुबन के प्यारे बाबा. मधुबन हो या वतन में तुम्हें संग ले लिए हैं, मधुबन हो या वतन में तुम्हें संग ले लिए हैं, रंग में तुम्हारे बाबा हम खुद को रंग लिए हैं, तो भी नयन निहारे, तो भी नयन निहारे, अपलक